What the F is the Matrix and how do you get out? So, let me tell you, let me quote myself from my own book here called Exiting the Matrix that I wrote. When I talk about exiting the matrix, I'm not just talking about quitting your corporate job, buying a van, or watering papaya trees in exchange for free accommodation in a remote beach town in Nicaragua. Very specific. Though I've done these things and can highly recommend them all. Exiting the matrix means freeing yourself from the invisible systems that control your thoughts, habits, and choices. Boom. Okay. So most people think the matrix is capitalism, daily grind, rigid societal norms, but these are just the invisible layers. These are just the 3D. These are kind of like the symptoms of the problem, okay? The real matrix is the unconscious reliance on external validation to feel whole. What does that mean? Okay, I'm going to give you three examples, three questions to ask yourself. And if you answer yes to any of them, unfortunately, you are in the matrix. But don't get scared. Don't worry. I have a solution for you. So, number one, if your sense of worth depends on a job title, a relationship, or the number in your bank account, you're in the matrix. Sorry, I should have prefaced something first. So, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is real, and this only applies to you if you're currently living in a privileged state. Let me explain. If you're experiencing extreme poverty, if you are in a war zone, if you are if your physical safety is compromised in this moment, these don't apply to you. You need to seek safety. If you are in a survival state in this very moment, this does not apply to you. Okay, I don't want anybody coming for me, and I want you to prioritize safety first before exiting the matrix. Yeah, safety number one, exiting the matrix number two. But if you are in a you're in a developed country, you've got a job, you can pay your bills, más o menos, and you are still experiencing anxiety, depression, feelings of unworthiness, this desire to escape, this desire to make a big life change. That's who I'm speaking to, okay? So I'm speaking to you. I'm coming for you, okay? So, if your sense of worth depends on a job title, relationship, or the number in your bank account, you're in the matrix. What does that mean? So, if you are currently struggling to find a job that pays better, or um, you're interviewing for maybe jobs that are a little bit higher than the title you currently have, or you're in a relationship that feels very good on paper, but in reality, something is just aligned, misaligned, something is just off about it. Or if the number in your bank account is just constantly giving you worry, right? So we're not talking about having nothing in the bank account. We're talking about just always feeling like it's not enough. They're working on the house next door, so there's going to be some construction noises. So number two, if your happiness rises and falls based on other people's opinions, you're in the matrix. So if you're in a partnership, a loving partnership, and your partner dotes on you, compliments you, and just makes you feel like a queen or a king, and this just brings your happiness levels up here, and the next day, maybe they're a little bit more withdrawn, maybe they need some time alone, maybe they say something that's kind of rude, your happiness falls, you're in the matrix. So if someone's opinion of you changes your level of happiness and level of satisfaction and self-worth, you're in the matrix. Three, if fear keeps you stuck in a life that doesn't excite you, you're in the matrix. So if you dream of traveling the world, if you dream of quitting your job and starting a side hustle that's more aligned with your hobbies and your interests, but you don't because you're afraid that you won't be able to pay the bills, or you won't have health insurance, or you, yeah, you will fail then you're in the matrix. If any of these things were like, oh, damn, okay, yes, I am, then don't worry, don't panic. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to save you. Only you can save yourself. But I'm here to help you. Luckily, I wrote this book. It's called Exiting the Matrix. There you go. It's a practical guide to building a life you love. So I don't just address the mental, my hair's a mess, whatever. I don't just address the mental like barriers you have to overcome to exit the matrix. I'm addressing the 3D real world practical things that you have to do in order to sustain yourself in this new dream life. But there's a lot of steps before you get there. So it's not just about quitting your job and like, moving abroad, if that's your goal. But if you dream of a life that's different than the one you currently have, in whatever capacity that means for you, this book will apply. This book will help you. Yeah, so let's see if there's any more nuggets. Yeah. So in the book, I share some of the shifts that worked for me. So I share some stories. I I hope that reading this book will save you a lot of time because I made a lot of mistakes and it took me a long time to get to the life that I live now. And where I live now is amazing. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect. We're going to have a power outage in 2 hours. That means we're going to have no power for the whole day. I'm in Nicaragua. I quit life, basically. I quit my old life to surf and travel. I ended up in this beach town in Nicaragua and I recently bought land. I'm going to build. And I love the life here. I love it. It's simple. It's much simpler. It's much less stressful. It's not perfect. I have to say that. There's a lot of things about it that could frustrate someone, but luckily I've been through the ringer, and I would much rather it's a much more authentic life to me. It fits for me. It's not going to fit for everyone, but my goal is to help you find, first of all, discover the life that will fit you better. And then the second piece is how to make it a reality and not just a dream. And yeah, make your life a freaking vacation. Yeah, that's my goal. I want you to feel excited about your life. I want you to feel happy, joyful when you wake up. I don't want you to have the Sunday scaries. I don't want you to have a case of the Mondays. I don't want you to be living your life for the weekend and then just sort of dreading the weekday. I want you to feel this like equilibrium, this harmonious, peaceful feeling the majority of your time. That doesn't mean that things aren't going to come up and things aren't going to happen, but that means that the majority of your time is spent in a state of joy and excitement. So get the book. That's my first step for you to get the book. And the second step would be to, if you are serious about going on this journey, you are serious about taking the next step, book a call with me, $47 for 45 minutes. And I will map out, I swear, in 45 minutes, I will map out exactly what you should do to start building the life of your dreams. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thanks for being here.